So this eyeshadow right here, I was like, I need to have that on my eyelid. Hey you guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we are doing this purple ombre smoky eye. It is quite simple to do it. It doesn't take you long at all. We are using the BADgal BANG IPSY palette, which has a lot of different beautiful shades in it. I just think I wanted to try this out, and I wanted to show you a look that I created using this palette, because let's face it, all the palettes that we get in the boxes, people sometimes they review it, but they don't really create looks with it, and it can be hard just knowing what you want to create. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm gonna start by priming my face using Urban Decay's Primer Potion. And I'm just gonna apply it on my eyelid, and I will just dab this in. So we're gonna start by going into the color called Bee's Knees. So it's this shade. It is like the lighter pink, and I just think this will be the perfect transition color. So we're just gonna go in here, and we're gonna go into the crease slightly, blend it back and forth. So my first impression of this color is that it is quite pigmented, and I really like how it applies. It blends in beautifully so far, so I'm really happy with this color, and it doesn't have a lot of fallout, which is very good. So next up, with the same brush that we just used, which is a MAC 217, we're going in to this color right here, and we're applying this to the outer corner of our eye. And we just want to press it in. This is just to create some dimension and a little bit of depth. When you're almost out of color from your brush, like there's no pigment left, you just want to run it in circular motions and buff it into the crease as well. Like really dust it lightly. So next up, we are going in with a little bit of a darker color, and we're going in with this color right here, which is like a purpley mauvey, really dark tone, and we are changing a brush, and it's the Morphe E17 I'm taking. So it's a little bit of a smaller brush than the one we just used. Wow, this is really hard to pick up. So the color called Flip Your Lid is actually really hard to pick up on your brush for some reason. Okay, so we're just gonna take this, and we're gonna place it at the outer corner of our eye and just put it in. I'm barely getting any pigment from this. Is it my brush? I'm gonna change brush and see if it helps. I'm going in with the Morphe E18, which is also a smaller brush, and I'm going in, rubbing in a lot of color now, seeing if maybe it was the brush and not the shadowing itself. Like I said, you just want to buff this into the outer corner of your eye. So I have a lot of fallout underneath here, as you can see, which is not things I normally like. And I just cleaned up the mess I did under my eye with that color. Afterwards, you want to go in with the same brush that you used before, the MAC 217, with the residue of the color. And you just want to blend in that color up towards your crease. Okay guys, so for our next step, we are putting all the brushes aside, and we are using our fingers, and we are dipping in to that really pretty tone right here. And I really hope that it is as opaque and popping as it looks as in the palette on your eye. I'm just gonna put it on my eye. Okay, unfortunately, I am not impressed by this, which I really wish I would be. Maybe it's just the formula in these palettes that are like not the best, because they look so darn beautiful, but it just won't pick up when you pick it up. Okay, so it deepened up, but you need to pick up a lot of color. I'm telling you, like, you need to go like this for a long period of time. You just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm just gonna take my MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just gonna spritz my brush with it, like, yeah, a lot. And yes, this is the color I wanted, but you need to go back and forth with your fingers, or you need to apply some sort of fluid or glitter glue to this. But nonetheless, this is a beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, like beautiful color, and my eyes are like diamonds right now. So what we're gonna do now is we wanna create a straight line, and I will just be using a normal makeup wipe. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna create an eyeliner, and I'm just gonna line it. Then I'm gonna take the same brush I used for my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna fade it out a little bit. Now we wanna go in with our concealer. I'm just gonna take this color right here, and I'm gonna apply it under our eyes. You just want to blend it out to the color you put on before. And then I'm going in with this shade right here just to deepen it a little bit. And we want to grab it really tightly to our lash line. It is giving me so much fallout, I don't even know what to do. Okay, so for our next step, I'm just gonna apply some mascara before I pop on my lashes. I really love these. They're quite natural, but they give some sort of a dramatic look. I think it just completes a look. And for our lips, we are going in with a nude color from MAC. This is Velvet Teddy. And I really, really love these kinds of nude colors when you have a more of a dramatic look. I love all MAC's lipsticks. I think they're absolutely stunning. They always glide on so smoothly. Regarding the palette, I am not impressed with this palette. I expected more. They're gorgeous in the palette, but then it's hard to blend. It's hard to apply, it won't stick. Even if I used a primer before, it won't pack on. They swatch so poorly. If you just compare Do Nest by Tarte instead, you can see the difference in colorations. Like, this is really, really poor colors, and this one just comes off right away. And that was like the exact same amount of pickup in the palette. I'm so sad because I had so high hopes for it. When I opened it up, I was like, it looks so pretty. But anyways, this is the finished look. I liked how it turned out. I would want it to be more of a dramatic, a little bit more cat eye, but I feel like I couldn't get it to actually blend in the way I wanted. I couldn't pack on the darker color without it falling all over my face, and I just felt like this will have to do. But this was pretty much my review. I really hope that you liked this video, and I hope you found it helpful. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that now, and also leave a comment down below on what your thoughts on the Betty Boo collaboration with IPSY, and I really hope that I get to see you in my next video.